Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm posting this channel update because one, I haven't posted a video in a couple of weeks, so I wanted to address that. Two, I've also decided to do a separation in terms of focus into the different things that I'll be doing or that I started out doing with this channel. Now, if it's your first time here, my name is Jermaine McDonald, and I started this YouTube channel with a vision to talk about 5 things. Right, so I thought I could start by talking about my faith. I'm a Christian, saved for 25 years now, and I love the Lord. I love speaking about the things of God, and helping people fulfill their purpose in God. Um, I'm also very interested in tech, so technology, how things work, how to get the best out of your technology. I have a Microsoft background, having worked at Microsoft for a couple of years, so I know Microsoft technology well. But I'm also interested in other things, like tools for productivity, email marketing tools, tools for online streaming, and the list goes on. Another side of me is a focus on relationships, working with couples. It's something me and my wife do. So we have a channel that we started called Loving to the Max, and I'll speak about that a little later. But you get the idea. So each of the things that I would have mentioned so far can be a channel all unto itself. So I thought that it would make sense at this point, since most of my current subscribers would be friends and family, to do a splitting of focus so that when you subscribe to the channel, you know exactly what you're getting. And because I will be attempting to put out more videos and to kind of market or promote that specific channel based on what it's about. So I will be maintaining this current channel, except I'll be focusing the content here on more of the personal side, the things that I, Jermaine McDonald, am interested in, not tech focused, not necessarily always be focused on marriage or even always focused on my faith, but me, the person. So if that's why you're here, if that's what you're here to see, definitely stay subscribed. But I'm gonna kind of break down the different channels I've created and what you can expect on those channels. And where I am now, 2 months later, is I've realized that it may be a better idea, especially based on the things I've learned about how the YouTube algorithm works, is that if I'm gonna send out content for a particular area, then when persons subscribe and they expect to see that content and I put out something else, one, they won't watch that video, and two, it may be confusing for YouTube to know how to position my videos. Because if you understand how YouTube works, you'll see a list of recommended videos based on category. So if I'm trying to make a push in terms of my Learn, Grow, Invest channel, and I'm also having content about my marriage with me and my wife, then one, you won't know whether or not you should subscribe, because you're like, is this an investment channel or is this a channel about marriage? And two, YouTube won't know who to send the content to. So it'll cut down the ability to be seen by more people in that niche. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I thought it best I'll still be producing videos in the same way, but I'll be publishing them on different channels that's focused on that particular niche. So I'll explain the niches or the areas of focus that I had in mind. And if you're interested in that area, please do check that channel out, subscribe, definitely. Share the videos and look forward to more content of that type for that channel. So I'm going to go through the channels now, just a brief kind of overview for your benefit if this is your first time. And if you want more information about each channel, just place a comment under a video on that channel, or you can reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. It doesn't matter, and I can tell you more about it. So thanks in advance for checking out the video, and I do look forward to your comments below on this new path for my channel. So Learn, Grow, Invest is It's an investment group that I started about 3 years ago. And the idea behind it is a group of persons, a community of persons who are interested in investing, who want to learn and grow and develop and sharpen their investment skills while also benefiting and leveraging the experience and knowledge of others. So, Learn, Grow, Invest as a club, we meet the last Thursday of every month at 6:30. So since COVID has started, we have been meeting via Teams, but usually we meet at a location that we're able to get, and we just discuss. We have a WhatsApp group that we have very lively and active discussions every day. And it's something that if you're interested in investing, want to know where to start, maybe get tips and advice, you definitely want to check out the YouTube channel for Learn, Grow, Invest. So the link is in the description and it's also on the screen. So should that be something that you're interested in, maybe that's the reason why you heard about this channel, you definitely want to go to that channel and check out what's there. We post videos on maybe a week or so after our monthly meeting each month, but starting July, we're going to start posting regular videos as well. So the idea behind the Skilled Swordsman was a few months ago, as I was preparing to I was going through an experience and journaling it. And I shared that experience in terms of an article I wrote for the Skilled Swordsman that I'll link in the description below. But as I was going through that experience and I wrote about it, I started to think, this what I wrote sounds, or at least to me, it appeared that it was not just for me. It felt like it was something that could help other people, that it was something that could help them maybe understand their own challenge with self-control and maybe, touch on some of the things that go into managing that process as a Christian, as a child of God. So I wrote it and I started to process it. And then a few days later, I was speaking to my pastor and, I told her about this idea that I had, and she, kind of spoke over me, over what I was writing in a way that really inspired me to, kind of build out that platform. So, I processed with the Lord, wrote it out, kind of planned it, and I shared the idea with my wife. So as usual, what happens is that I work late at night, I come up with these ideas, I share it with my wife, and the next morning when I wake up, I see her thoughts in messages. So we'll message each other in that way. So when I woke up and I shared and I saw what she wrote, what she said to me was, in terms of the word, skillfully wielding the sword of the Spirit like a skilled swordsman. And I was like, wow, that's it. Skilled Swordsman, that's the name. So the Skilled Swordsman is focused on, just really analyzing, digging into, dissecting the Word of God and helping others to see the truths that the Lord has revealed to me and maybe what He has revealed to others, and I maybe can put my own take on it. So that's what the Skilled Swordsman is. I encourage you, if you're interested in learning more about the Bible and understanding scriptures, definitely check that channel out and let me know. Maybe you have resources or tools or tips that can help me in my own study as I seek to learn as much as I can about the Word of God. So there is a blog for the Skilled Swordsman as well. You can check that out. I'll share the link to that as well. And I'll post articles as they come. So that one, there's no set schedule for it because I don't want to rush or program the things that the Lord has to share with me. So I don't want to say every Tuesday or every Thursday, but as the articles come, I'll prepare them, I'll vet them with, my circle, and then I'll, prepare them to be published. So definitely check out the Skilled Swordsman if you're interested in that kind of stuff. So for those of you who are aware, I started a computer business 21 years ago, and it was called Mack's PC Sales and Service. Now, that business I started when I was 16 years old, and it was an amazing journey. The evolution of that company, which closed in 2013, is Mack's Tech Review. And what that is essentially, I will be reviewing products. I'll be going into product demonstrations. I'll be doing tutorials, whether it be, how to create a website, how to do the basic programming, anything that is related to the space of tech. So having a space that I can say, hey, if you want to know how to set a meeting in Microsoft Teams, for example, here's a quick video to do it. I can do it, and that space, if you subscribe to it, is all tech related. So, and I'll have the freedom to share anything tech related. So whether it be a review on this camera that I'm using now, whether it be, the best setup in terms of lighting that I'm using for my videos as an example, whatever it is, I can share that freely in this space, and you wouldn't have to be worrying about me also sharing something else that's completely unrelated. So that's what Mack's Tech Review will be about. And that one may take a little longer to get content of, only because I want to set up some other shots. So being able to do like the overhead view for the product, or do a side view, or get the right lens for the camera so I can get an appropriate zoom, or get a proper backdrop so I can demonstrate the product a little differently. I'm working on those things now to be able to launch that channel. So that one may take some time to get off the ground, but once it does, you can definitely look forward to, a steady flow of content and reviews. And it will be meant for persons who have always had just some tech questions that you want to answer, like how do I do this, or how do I get this done? How do I get started with, using a computer, for example? How do I install Microsoft Office? Whatever it is, that's what that space will be for. So Loving to the Max was born 2 years ago, when I would go on trips with my wife, would do our vacations, would travel, or even just photos that we'd share together. She would always use the hashtag Loving to the Max, and it drove me crazy. I was like, I don't want to be called the Max. I'm not interested in the Max. And she kept on using it. She kept on sharing it. And so from time to time, she'd put both Loving to the Max and Living to the Max. So when we started doing our videos together, and I link our very first video in the card above, but when we did that video and a few others, I was like, wait, we're Loving to the Max. I was like, wow. So the phrase that she's been using all this time, and if you follow the hashtag Loving to the Max on Instagram, you'll see just how far back how far back she's been using that hashtag. So it identifies with us. It's who we are. So we live to the max, we love to the max, we play to the max, we give to the max, whatever it is. And you notice that, nice play on words there. So I think it kind of says who we are. So that's the name of our channel. That's where we'll post our videos together. Now that channel, we're hoping to release videos every Monday. And we'll try to do at least 3 videos per month. So we may skip a week from time to time, just to, manage and catch up with some other things that we're doing, and to be sure that we're, putting the requisite planning in place to manage everything that we do. But you can expect at least 3 videos per month from that channel, and more depending on what our schedules allow. But you want to follow this channel on Instagram, definitely, if you're there. There will be no Facebook page. There will only be the Instagram page and the YouTube channel for now. And this is a channel where if you are a couple, if you're married, if you're interested in seeing just how we live as, married people of God, then that's a channel for you. We'll share our our experiences from our travel or relationship or family, or pursuit of our personal goals or goals as a couple. All of that stuff you'll see on Loving to the Max. So check that out. So I want to thank you for checking out this channel update. I really do look forward to you checking out those other channels I've mentioned. Definitely subscribe to the ones you're interested in, and let me know in the comments below what you think about this update. I definitely want to thank everyone for your support, your encouragement, your feedback on everything I've done so far. I thank you for those yourselves who will watch my videos, give me feedback, tell me the lighting is good or the lighting is off or the audio could be better. I've gotten so much feedback over the last 2 months that I feel like I'm learning so much. So it's still fun for me to kind of go through the paces, figure out what works best for me. And I believe this step of doing the splitting of channels is the right move at this time. So thanks in advance for your support, and thank you for checking out those videos and subscribing.